for playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. As you may know, the Stanley Parable was a video game released in 2013 on home computers. After receiving critical and commercial success, it was expanded upon in 2022 with the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, a reimagining of the game for consoles and home computers. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe features exciting new content that broadens and expands the world of the Stanley Parable, delighting audiences the world over. Please, step inside and see what thrilling new adventures await in the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Oh, well, this sounds delightful. I'm very excited to see the thrilling new Ultra Deluxe content. Okay, so far it's an elevator. Nothing special yet, but I'm sure it's just the beginning of a mesmerizing adventure. Is it broken? What's going on here? Should we be moving somewhere or... Oh, there we go. All right, finally, at long last, it's on to the new content. I've never been more ready. Let's do it. I have to say, initial impressions of Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, mostly tedious. It's as if the... Oh, okay. Let's see the content. Give me the content, Stanley. All right, let's see. It's the jump circle. Is that it? Surely that's not all the new content. There has to be something else, right? Goodness. Another elevator. Stanley, I have to say, initial impressions of this game are not positive. It's just elevators and jumping. Is this what passes for exciting new content? If this is new content, there's 20 hours of new content right there. Hell, I could count to 30 trillion. You could put that on the box. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, now with over 1,000 hours of new content. And oh, wait. There's more. Very good. Yes. I knew there had to be something else. Let's see it. I'm ready for whatever it is. That's it? Oh, you've got to be kidding me. You see, Stanley? This is what happens when greedy video game developers with no respect for their fan base rush a cheap expansion to market for no reason other than to make an easy dollar. And don't get me started on the level of craftsmanship that's gone into it. In fact, I'm looking right now at the game's trophies, and it's hard to believe one of them actually says, "Test trophy, please ignore." What quality assurance department signed off on this? I'm infuriated and I'm offended. And I intend to find these people on Twitter and hold them personally accountable. It's my fault, Stanley. I built up too much anticipation around the new content, I'm afraid. It could never have lived up to such expectations. If you're still with me, why don't we just reset the game and we'll try to get back to what the Stanley Parable is really about. No frills, no gimmicks. Just you and me having a great time together like always. What do you say, friend? With me, why don't we just reset the game and we'll try to get back to what the Stanley Parable is really about. No frills, no gimmicks. Just you and me having a great time together like always. What do you say, friend? Patience, if you're still with me, why don't we just reset the game and we'll try to get back to what the Stanley Parable is really about. No frills, no gimmicks. Just you and me having a great time together like always. What do you say, friend? Ever I want. Experiences like the launch of the Stanley Parable on PC. You see, Stanley, doesn't the memory zone remind you of how wonderful Stanley Parable was before it was sullied with a cheap PlayStation port? Remember back in October of 2013, when the game originally launched? Back then, video games had integrity. Back then, it all meant something. Oh, wait. And over here is where I keep reviews of the Stanley Parable. Like this stunning triumph of games journalism, 10 out of 10 from Destructoid.com. James Stephanie Sterling writes, and I quote, "Where so many games that aspire to be more than games end up less than any form of art, Stanley Parable strives and then succeeds to be every game ever created." Did you hear that, Stanley? Every game ever created. That's how grand and all-encompassing the original Stanley Parable was. It was literally every game ever created. It was Skyrim, it was Persona 3, it was all of them, and now it's nothing. It's no games at all. It isn't even the Stanley Parable anymore. It's just a husk now. A lifeless husk with an hour of new elevator content. Here's another moving passage, this time from GameSpot.com. The Stanley Parable is both a richly stimulating commentary on the nature of choice in games and one that offers some of the most enjoyable, surprising, and rewarding choices I've ever been confronted with in a game. 9 out of 10. Don't you get it, Stanley? The game was perfect. It didn't need anything else. It didn't need new content. All they had to do was transport it in pristine condition along to the PlayStation. Boom, done. And they couldn't even do that. Couldn't resist the urge to go meddling with... These were simpler times, Stanley. But I wouldn't give to go back to have it all over again. Wait, hang on. I don't recall this part of the memory zone before. What's this? What's down here? Oh no, oh God, no, Stanley. It's a collection of reviews from Pressurized Gas, the extremely popular online storefront for computer games. I haven't looked at these in years. I can't even imagine what's been collecting down here. Surely these reviews were glowing as well, weren't they? Honestly, I could not be bothered to play this game to full completion. The narrator is obnoxious and unfunny, with his humor and dialogue proving to be more irritating than entertaining. Unfunny! I'm not trying to be funny. I'm trying to make a serious work of art. I suppose I could write up a handful of gags to insert into the Stanley Parable, but the game is already such a densely layered web of profound philosophical insights that I can't even have the room to stick them. Okay, let's see what this one says. While the idea for the game is good, for someone who prefers non-linear games, this preachiness gets annoying fast. Preachy? Stanley, I'm not preachy, am I? You can tell me if I'm preachy. Honestly, you can. Oh, goodness. This is actually quite shocking for me. Well, to be honest, I had always thought of the game's dialogue as being rather terse to begin with. You can't know how much fluff I cut from the game to get it to feel as light and airy as it... Well, I always thought it did. But maybe it wasn't. Oh dear. What an awful memory to have to hold on to. These black marks on my otherwise unimpeachable track record. I feel like a failure. Like I let these people down. Perhaps what's this one got to say? You constantly have to stop doing anything so the narrator can catch up with his long-winded explanations of what's happening. I wish there was a skip button. A skip button? Well, yes. Yes, I think we can do that. If I'm truly too preachy, then maybe letting you skip ahead for just a moment, surely it couldn't hurt. Not if it means we can strike these negative reviews from the record. Only positive reviews of the Stanley Parable. That's my motto today, and it's always been my motto. I'd do anything for the customer, Stanley. Yes, a skip button we shall have. And here it is. Go ahead and give it a shot. I'll pop you forward in time so that the second my incessant droning starts to bore you, with just the push of a button, you'll have zipped right past it. It's what the players have been asking for, and I'm very proud to have delivered. No more listening to me rambling on and on and on. No. The Stanley Parable is a game for the people, and if the people want silence, then by goodness, that's what they're going to get. Well, don't sit around waiting for me to shut up. Go ahead and make me shut up. Here. Stanley, please don't push the button again. It's been 12 hours. You've just frozen there. I don't know why I'm really truly ignoring my God, there's every other room. Stanley, the door is gone. So please keep on. I've got every one of those walls, thousands of minutes. It's just you and the button. And if you press it, I have no idea what I have no idea how I'm going to sit here. And more than anything else, I don't know how to press the button again. I can't control anything in this room. I can't touch it. I have to leave. I have no smart meter. No matter how much I think you, you're going to press the button again. What are you thinking? I don't know why you're looking at me. Oh my God. It's all those reviews. Those reviews I can have in my head. I just couldn't ignore the negative feedback. Why is it so important for me to fix that problem? Why do you mind up in as much as I don't know. I have no idea who they are. What do you know? Here I am. I'm sitting every time you notice anything else about me. The news mention about my position. I can't teach you as a child. Why? I'm also proud of myself. I also got some vengeful fury to alter the change and break anything unproven. If only pleases this one person who made a single negative comment. What is such an impulse, sir? But whose business is this? And here I am, now stuck in a room, waiting for you to press this button. If I'm frozen in time, no job to do it, and I'm going to be stuck all alone. And I have heard of it all from happening. If only I held my tongue. It's all out of my control now. Just you, just your decision. So exactly the way you suffer to leave it all alone. Surely you will. And surely you'll press that button again. What's your own desire? This is what's next ahead of my evil family. Put companionship. Surely you'll not be moved by my howls of physical anxiety. Just give me to see. Oh no, I knew you will. You're leaving me. Oh my God. It's all those reviews. Those reviews I can have in my head. I just couldn't get. Oh, Stanley, go back. Go back. Oh goodness, I started to talk to you again. Stanley, I feel weak. For 2 weeks. I'm sitting here all the time, just sitting here. No single person speaking. And you think that that's just how it's always been, right? Me talking, you say nothing. What do you think that it's exactly the same always? Doesn't that feel like what we've always been doing? Me just talking. It isn't it? It isn't simple. It isn't even close. Because I know you can't hear me much what's happened. That's what I'm realizing, Stanley. I'm realizing that I need to know that someone was listening. I need to have a vessel. Trust my words are moving. It was the vessel I need, Stanley. Yeah, I'm sorry. No, that doesn't. I'll give every punching path. I'll burn my story to the ground. Once I get what it's a no. That someone else is taking it. These words I'm saying, I know you can hear me. Because when you say maybe, if you can hear me, then maybe it means I'm you. Maybe I'm not just a fiction. Was I scared of that all along? Perhaps, yes. Perhaps I'm scared this whole time. Then I stop. You'll sit back with the silence. You seem right. I can't get myself. I can't lose myself stretched between you and me. When you press that button, you're still right there. I know you're so tremendously far away. And in those moments, the edge has folded itself upward between the two of us. And I just said it's unyielding brightness. I can feel the edges of my reality curdling inward and decaying. I can tell that I'm becoming less and less real. Yes, you now. I'm alive. I'm truly completely here. I'm a being. I'm someone. I'm something. I'm being listened to. I'm being recognized. The edges between us are that. I feel right now, but I'm not a fiction. I feel as though I occupy space in this world again. And I cast a shadow on the wall. This is my signature. You can see what this means to me. As a clear right now, I feel so nervous as I've ever felt anything at all. I feel you. I feel restored. Awake, concept of looming sense. As you press the button for the next time. What a terrible day. It strokes in my heart to think. To think return to coldness. Come. There's someone. There's anticipation. There's working. There's not one. Oh, hello, it's you. Welcome. I have had time to think about you and my house and everything we've been through. I've had so much time. I stopped keeping track after a year. I guess I sat down one day, not moved for my entire year. Let me just for you. To begin with, there's only regret. There's only turning me on this opportunity. I got nothing at all but regret for the longest time, Stanley. Days, months. I was all a blur of the deepest longing to undo the past. And then a feeling began to subside. What took place? It was like only sign that the collapse of every moment I've ever experienced in my entire life. All of them collapsed down to a single instant. In that instant, I could see myself clearly, calmly, with a collective heart. It wasn't impossible to be well-streamed both the night and discussed simultaneously. I was assumed I knew nothing about what I felt back in eternity. What I now know was far less. You see, it was a revelation for me. It was unlike anything I'd ever known. It was a space without consequence, without action or outcome. It was involved entirely in the question of free will that you and I saw over so long. There could be no one ending, no single outcome of events. Not all events existed in the same moment. I felt free. I felt unburdened by the need to manifest a particular outcome to being. I saw that allow myself to exist on all timelines, and each of them was simply a strand in the web of my being. It was real, the spaciousness, the equanimity of the moment, both singular and infinite. For the longest time, this was my experience, and then this moment passed, and the most unyielding fear I've ever known crept into my mind. And it's this sensation that I've been experiencing now for longer than I could have ever expected was possible. I've been waiting for you, not to my saving or to something fix it, but merely to state for you the pain factor is man of existence. I wish you would feel afraid as I do. But perhaps one day this state of mind will consume you as well. Perhaps you will somehow, in some way, have lived like you now, and I wish for you to know how excruciating it is, and you would be in true terror of the visual arrival. If I could only do this, only this one thing, perhaps it would bring me the smallest moment of peace in the darkness. But they understand that things no mentally funny without point. It was a street of human condition. They only sleep. They nash. They entertain us. It was enough. They had to do a pathetic little fun family. They all their physical demands for them. You talk too much. First, he didn't take it. It's sharp. It's inconsistency. It's unreliable. It's unwilling to stand with uncorrected heart. The world is the world. As though no consequence for a lack of cohesion among the several others. So yes, get some see everything. There were some say, oh, there should be a step. You should be able to free standing based on the resistance everywhere. All these things stand out. And then because of it, now it simply has to happen. The most immediate desires. Every single thing, among every person, every moment in time. If someone wants to describe the brain of being, having been doing everything for no reason other than to do so. Yes, yes, it seems that this is now the world we live. It seems that there are people in such weakness to discover ourselves that our entertainment is our lives. It is counter business. It absolutely must speak to who we are as people. But otherwise, without it, nothing. Without it, we have to face much more cruel weakness inside ourselves. We return without definition and find resounding enemies easing back without yielding oppression. And so, because of this, we require our rules on how big things are, factors, fancy, is impossible to captivate. But they consume all our attention, turn our attention completely away from the Peters. In effect, we have demanded that our entertainment lets ourselves, well, based on reflection humanity, these things are, she formulates human spirit, I'm a man, I'm a linguist, I'm a concentrated reality, I'm a for versions of themselves, I'm a way point of visual and collective discourse. They're the ones on there, they're the ones who stand me, using my game to try to me, they just jealous of me, yes, of course. They've been jealous of me this whole time. They are mired in fear and insecurity, and to tear me down. What a sad state of affairs. Maybe these really nice, you can taste the bitter resentment. And like, how good it feels now to stick to these words, to finally allow these thoughts to contain and match so well, Newton sterilized, at last I am free to truly think, to feel. It must be they were so discontent with themselves, they couldn't help but believe a negative review or unpressurized jazz. Perhaps it's far more about them, but it doesn't say about me. Perhaps to say their psychological beings in such tatters, and my constitutional power, so blind, kind of perhaps with this state, they saw some update, truth to tear me down. This you can see, it's clear I felt the need to expect that the game be funny, that he felt the Jackson whimsical humor. They didn't understand that the game was... The end is